I study a lot about identity, and I found I have several identities. Probably the most pronounced of my identities is that of woman. Being a mother, a grandmother, being a woman is very important to me. And I want to acknowledge all the women who made it possible for me to be here. And of course, first in that line would be Lucy. Do you guys know Lucy?
Yeah.
Oh, you know Lucy? What do you know about Lucy?
The archaeological Lucy?
Oh, I'm so happy. You know what kids say to me? Oh, you mean I love Lucy? You don't know how happy you make me. By all means, great mother of us all. I was watching this documentary on TV, and they talked about how they found Lucy, and I became absolutely entranced with her. It was in Ethiopia, in a little town called Hadar. And when the men were digging, the first thing they found was a knee. And then after that, a foot, and then a heel. And all the time they were digging, they kept praying and praying that it would be a woman. Because if it was a woman, it would unlock for them all the mysteries about human existence, how we breathe, how we stand, how we work. So when they unearthed the pelvic bones, even though it was in fragments, they got very excited. It took them hours to put these bones together, gluing piece by piece and fragment by fragment. And when they finished, well, they discovered they put it together backwards. And so they had to disassemble it and begin all over. But finally, they had her in one piece, Lucy. And all night long, they celebrated and drank wine, and they listened to the song Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, and that's how she got her name, Lucy. Oh, Lucy was different. Lucy was very different. She was an entirely new chapter in our human origins. She turned old predictions upside down. She walked and carried herself upright and strong. And it was beside the river one morning early while she went to gather water that she died. They think perhaps from a heart attack. And she slowly fell to her knees and then to her sides, and there, compressed by her own weight, into the water. And 3.75 million years later, there she was, for us to discover all over again. Great mother of us all. Remembering my birth. The fat face of the moon, swollen with sorrow, sends her regrets. Licking the surface of the rivers, she separates mist from fog, salt from sand, eats the tension in each. I come, walking between the waves, balancing my genes, my atoms, resisting the moon's advances. I will you a tear. Surrender to the sacred sun, all else cunning night cannot hold me in the dark cradle of his journey. The fat face of the moon, pregnant with reason, laughs through a thicket of glaciers while this belly impersonates history. Come, Lucy, where are you? Show yourself. Dance once with me. One last dance, Lucy, before the sun swallows you. And I must float with the mist. Flood the land with my sweat. Add the residue of my tears, my tongue, to this most ancient of waters. This river creeps between the barnacles of my smile. This river pierces my fresh plowed fallows, this fickle carcass, supple and constant, love's history in the shifting tracks of her borders. Nomadic waters vanquish me in the hard perfection of your shadows. Mighty one, you flex, and the captured moon quakes. Great mother of us all, protect these bones. testament to your grave arrangements. Tell me, where are you from? Take me to the waters. Where are you from? Take me to the waters. Where are you from? Take me to the water to be baptized. Where are you from? From the beginning, I hope. Lucy was the beginning of the line for all of us. But it's been a difficult line for women, we have to admit. There have been times when it wasn't so good to be a woman. This praise poem is for women. It's for the woman who always tends to and cleans up after others. It's for the woman who is the discredited, discounted rib of man. And for the woman who finally stands on her own 2 feet and in her own glory. Praise to the women. The world is broken. Who will mend it? The world is split. Who will sew it? To she who bends so as not to break, always taking up the slack, to you I offer greetings. I salute the trinity of your being. To she who heals the living, prepares the dead, stoops when others are too proud, toils so others may rest, cooks so others may be fulfilled, fetches when others will not carry. Sisters, my life at your feet, my tongue at your service. Let the sun howl, let the moon weep, let the earthly waters overflow. All the world is broken. Who will mend it? The world is split. Who will sew it? Oh, woe is woe man, animal of shame and sorrow, born to bear man's burden, man's sin, sacrifice so man may obtain celestial blessings. Cruel were the days of your damnation. Sure was the fire of his judgment. Slow are the days of our redemption. Woe to she who bears the mark, labeled and shunned, poor and dependent, wanton and destructive predator, incomplete in the eye of man, beaten for her own good, murdered at the hands of love, called weak for her acts of kindness, hemmed in by narrow minds. Sisters, I lay my life at your feet, my tongue at your service. Let the sun howl, let the moon weep, let the earthly waters overflow. The world is broken. Who will mend it? The world is split. Who will sew it? Ah, till finally she arrives. Freshly bathed, she has arrived, attendant at the act of creation. This world is not too heavy for her to lift. No path is too dark. The light of her wisdom is a beacon. She has given birth to meaning. Now she soars wherever thought take her. She swallows grief, gives birth to joy. Women stand and we are lifted. Women speak and we are saved. Women bleed and we are birthed. Women listen and we are validated. Women caress and we are made whole. She is the breast that feeds a nation. Hers is the womb of salvation. The world is split. Woman will mend it. The world is broken. Woman will sew it. Praise song to the women.